Well, greetings and salutations from Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory, which our inventory is almost over 100 cars and vehicles right at the moment. We just got in a 1958 Chevrolet Impala, first year for the Impala, 348 car. Ooh, there you go. Yes, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start. We're going to do a walk around, give you all the details of this really change for Chevrolet. 1958 was a big changeover for a lot of manufacturers because of the fact that they all went, most everybody went to the dual headlights, which was finally allowed by the federal government, which gave better light projection at night and whatever, because, you know, back in 1958, not all the cars or the roads had highway lights going down them, so it was actually a nice safety improvement. Like I said, you want to watch the entire video from start to finish, but you can click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to this car and our website. And our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, where you'll find all the information, pricing on this car, more information, plus all the information on all our current inventory, the other cars that are sitting here on our sales floor that could be sitting in your garage if you were so inclined. We have cars all the way back in the 1920s, all the way up into the 90s and beyond. So we may just have that dream car sitting on our sales floor. Check out that website and our current inventory as well. So let's get back to the 58 Impala. As I stated, you know, it was a big transition year. Everything was looking more modern. I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm going to use as the word. With the dual headlights on both sides, of course. They got the chevrons on the front fenders, you know, more bigger grille, more, you know, presence, if you will. I mean, the 57 Chevy, probably one of the most iconic cars in the world out there right now, but you know what? When 58 Chevys first came out, everyone wasn't quite sure, but it really grew on them. I've had many old friends say, oh, after a while, I just had to have one of those cars because it was, you know, just something new and exciting. And of course, the 348 engine was the first time that they had that available for any of these Chevrolets. Now, this particular one has a single 4-barrel, but someone else was really wise when they bought this car because they ordered power steering and power brakes as well. Options are really nice on these old cars. You know, the power steering is great because you can get in and out of tight spots, whatever. We're just so used to it. And then if you look on the front, on the tires, this car actually has the whitewall tires radials. And radials is another one of the biggest improvements, I guess, in overall handling on any old car. I mean, they just go down the road better, they're safer. Everything about radial tires is a good thing. Of course, with the Impala, you have the full hubcap there as well, but Onyx Black, which is its original color for this car. But let's take a look on the inside. Now, like I said, it's got power steering, power brakes, and it has the Turboglide Automatic transmission. That means basically anybody in the world can jump in this car, put it in gear, and drive it. That's, you know, it's a little big. You have to get used to these bigger cars. You know, it's really quite the transition when you get from one of the newer cars and you get one of these cars. These are big cars. You know, parallel parking was a challenge, needless to say. The other thing that they did when you got the 348, this one has dual exhaust, has a really nice sound to it, if you know what I mean. Then we take a look at the interior on the car. Of course, everything in these days, everything was an option. You had to order power steering, you had to order power brakes, you had to order outside mirrors, you had to order the AM radio, or you had to order the automatic transmission. But yes, it's got a very correct interior. I mean, the vinyl with the tritone colors in it, whatever. Steering wheel, horn ring, it's all good. Lots of those unfortunately got broke off. I don't know what the deal was, but this one looks like it's in very, very good condition. This car does have even a padded dash. Boy, that saves us kids from back in the days when Mom put her arm out to stop me from hitting the windshield when they had to stop suddenly or whatever. The other nice thing, it's also, they still have the vent windows. Vent to windows for me is always one of those things I miss in new cars today. You know, if you don't want to open the whole window, it's just nice to have fresh air coming in with a vent window. No, they had a really neat design. I mean, this roof line with the little thing in the back, above the back window. I mean, Impala, it was its first year. Think how many years Impala was out there. But having one of the first years is always kind of special. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now TikTok as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it, and you will enjoy it just as much as we do because you have access to this car, our current inventory, and kind of as an added bonus, you can watch some of the cars that we've sold before. Always check our website for current inventory because that stuff can sometimes be several years old, and if you didn't act fast, sometimes that dream car got away from you. That's why you want to make us a favorite, needless to say. Well, if you're like me, I'm going to say, I really love videos. It does a good job of showing me all the details of the car, but I'm just one of these persnickety people. I got to come down in person. Well, you're more than welcome to come down to Ellingson's. We welcome you with open arms. That way you can come on in. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So if you want to come in person and look, that's great. Now, when you have one of these cars, I always highly recommend you join the local Impala Club or the Chevrolet Club or whatever mark of car you're buying, simply because you have people with lots of information, resources. Camaraderie is another great thing with the people. Anyone who has similar cars, it's kind of a fun thing. And that's what this old hobby is all about. The collector car world is something where you can have fun with people, reminisce, bring back the dreams of cars you had, wish you had, or now you have the opportunity to have. So now, if you're looking for a car and you say, I found my dream car, but how would I get it shipped to where I live? Well, we can help with shipping any place in the United States, or for that matter, all across the world. We can help you in the directions of financing. A lot of collector car outfits are out there that can specialize in taking care of people with the older cars, because it is a very specialty market, and many of your local banks unfortunately don't quite know what a 58 Impala is. That's one of those things. But we do know that. Well, I guess with this being said, you have a car like this sitting in your garage, whatever, ready to drive. Boy, do you have room in the trunk. If you're a golfer or something, or you go traveling, lots of room in that trunk. No problem with that whatsoever. But it's just one of those cars that everybody kind of relates to, a 58 Impala. Just, American Graffiti was probably one of the big movies with the frog driving, or toad driving that car around. But if you're looking to have one in your garage, we've got it right here sitting on the sales floor. Well, thank you again for visiting EllingsonMotorCars.com. We appreciate it, and we will see you next time in the near future. Take care.